Here in Barcelona, we continue to celebrate 20 years of the European Poker Tour.
El EPT lo hace especial el ambiente de los jugadores, ¿no? Desde hace años siempre son los mejores eventos en Europa y para mí del mundo.
There's so many players that are so excited to be here. It's just an electric environment.
The old school pros have brought their A game.
I always start with a little bit of banter. I talk to my opponents. I try to make advanced plays and bluffs to make it exciting for the viewers.
And the new kids on the block are looking to show what they've got.
I know there are big stacks. You know, I got a mountain to climb, but if anyone can do it, it's me.
The goal is to have ass in seat with chips at the end of the day. So however ugly it is to get there, that is the goal of the day.
Players old and new to the EPT, all looking to make it to day 3.
It is all over. Stevic takes the win here in Barcelona.
Jason Mercier, he went with his instinct, he made the call. Livery is the champion of EPT San Remo.
Nicky Coren has done it! 2 main event titles!
Sebastian Mallets has gone from poker fanboy to poker champion.
I have no words, James. No words.
Giuliano Bendinelli bounces back.
It is Simon Vinciac who takes the trophy.
Goat man, the goat man.
This part, this right here, never gets old.
Welcome back to Barcelona, hosting the 20th anniversary of the PokerStars European Poker Tour. Day 2 of the 5K main event continues after an action-packed first few levels. We started the day with a monster field, a who's who of poker legends. Among those legends, Luca Pagano.
I'm back.
Who got cooled and KO'd.
I'll definitely come play more EPT in the near future.
EPT champs Tom Middleton and Simon Vinciac were on the main stage, building their stacks and busting opponents. Mixed fortunes for the trio of player commentators, with Willow chipping up.
My favorite hand.
Griffin Benja being bluffed twice.
Cut it all.
And Maria Ho getting unlucky and being eliminated. Meanwhile, Rani and Esradine owned her table on her way to the tournament top 10. So, midway through day 2, just over 400 remain from the 1975 who started.
And believe you me, they understand the assignment. Make it to 287, get paid. Survive to the end, and it's 1.5 million euros.
Well, that would be quite the result for qualifier Marcin Baranski. And not an impossible feat. He is among the biggest stacks right now, and he is about to take a seat up on the main stage.
He'll be joined by hometown hero Ramon Calillas. Ramon had his first ever cash right here in Barcelona in 2015. 4 years later, he won a tournament in the Bahamas. It was kind of a big deal.
The 2019 PSPC was a huge deal, a score of more than $5 million. And since then, Ramon has made his mark on the EPT with 8 main event cashes.
Estar en Barcelona celebrando el 20º aniversario del EPT es genial, ¿no? Al final es mi casino, es mi casa, es para mí el mayor evento de Europa de póker y bueno, súper bonito estar en casa y poder disfrutar.
Looking to follow in Ramon's footsteps is qualifier Marcin Baranski, who won his seat for just over €5.
The story was simply I was laying on the couch, I just turned the TV on and found the EPT Monte Carlo stream. Like search for any EPT satellite, managed to win all the 3 satellites. And here I am grinding through the main event.
This guy won while playing on the couch. Huh.
Well, Baranski is the biggest stack at our new feature table. Ramon is second in chips. EPT Prague 2015 finalist Vlado Banicevic is also deep stacked. Over at our secondary feature table, we have a few players who've been on the circuit for many, many years.
One of them is Govert Matal, who looks like he should be throwing Indiana Jones off a boat, but first cash in EPT back in 2010.
Mark Telcher won EPT London in 2005.
Still doing the victory lap.
Out on the field is Brazilian pro Rafa Moraes.
They call him Rafa. Have to get the story behind that one day.
Guillermo Sanz, a.k.a. Willow, the Spanish EPT commentator.
I'm told he's the Spanish successful Joe Stapleton. What?
Also out in the field, Rania Nasruddin. She came third in Monte Carlo this year.
Run good Rania, we call her.
And there's Canadian pro and commentator Griffin Benger, who got bluffed just before the break.
All right, redemption time.
Yeah, it's about time something good happened for a straight white guy.
The reigning Barcelona champ Simon Witziak is still a big stack.
Wicca Witziak.
And talking of big stacks, there's our current chip leader, Kian Kiani.
Kian Kiani sounds like one of the fighters from Tekken.
He is from the UK, currently has 211 big blinds. Mark Telcher sits in 9th, with just over 388,000. And in 10th place is Rania Nasruddin. And this is what they're playing for. Nearly €1 million for the runner-up, 1.5 million for the winner. Still some way to go until we make the money. The bubble likely to burst tomorrow. So 420 players remain, 287 get paid, blinds 1,000, 2,500, with a 2,500 big blind ante. Action will start with Ramon Callias, Queen Jack of Strawberries.
Suited, totally cool under the gun.
Raises to 5,000. French pro Alexandre Ried passes. Round to Diogo Ferreira, he folds the button. Vlado Banicevic in the small blind passes. Marcin Baranski, 9-7 offsuit in the big, defends.
Qualifier versus qualifier. Of different eras.
The flop. 10 tray deuce.
This should be massive advantage, Callias, all things considered.
Action has been checked to him. And Ramon continues to 4K. Quick fold from Marcin.
Don't shoot.
And Ramon chips up to 284K.
Cool.
Over at the secondary feature table, former champ Mark Telcher is facing a raise from Marius Patea. He's got Jack 10 in the small blind. And those are raising chips.
This is way out of line.
3-bet from Telcher to 24,000. Mitchell Heinem has folded the big blind. Action back on Patea, who has pocket sevens.
This is especially out of line in the year of Romania.
Patea calls with the best hand in position.
As per my Tea, please calm down, Mark Telcher.
The flop. Ace, tray, deuce. Patea's still ahead, but he's not going to like this ace-high flop.
Telcher would normally follow this up with a continuation bet.
Sure enough. 17,000.
And hands like sevens should fold. Maybe not, though. Or maybe yes.
Patea lets it go.
Out of line, doing fine. Don't listen to me. I just work here.
Mark Telcher has moved over the 400K mark, playing more than 160 big blinds. And we are going to check on some more faces in the field, including Wolfgang Poker, the YouTuber who went deep in Monte Carlo recently.
He's like the opposite of Columbus, an American who discovered Europe.
Gold Power Pass winner Cameron Sinclair is still in the mix.
Love me an underdog.
Former Barcelona champ Tom Middleton was building a stack at the feature table earlier.
Also love an overdog.
We've got poker legend Eric Seidel, a player with nearly 47 million in live winnings.
Definitely love an old dog.
Irish pro Finton Hand has just doubled up.
I double dog dare you?
And there is a two-time EPT champion, Mike Watson.
The Mad Dog!
Woof, 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 woof. Back to the feature table now, where Ramon Callias is first to speak. And I tell you what, Joe, let's play a hand from his perspective. Let's sweat with Ramon.
Okay.
So we'll only see his hole cards, which are pocket sevens.
If anyone can handle sevens under the gun, it's him. I mean us.
The original PSPC champion raises to 5,000.
You can fold.
Pablo Almeida does fold.
Great.
Round to Vlado Banicevic.
You can fold too. I won't mind.
He gives up the small blind. Marcin Baranski in the big blind.
Okay, so Baranski is an amateur. Even if he calls, we can push him around and make him sweat the money.
Baranski defends, so we will go to a flop. Which is 5-5-4. I'm going to say that's not a bad flop for sevens.
Not a bad flop at all. This is a very easy bet.
Baranski checks.
Marcin will have some 4s and 5s on occasion, but we're not too worried about that.
Continuation bet from Ramon of 4,000. Marcin calls.
I don't love that, but he'd probably call with some ace highs, 2 overs. Second barrel might get it done.
Turn card is a jack, and that's an overcard to Ramon's pair.
I think for us, firing here again is the best option. We can fold out hands with equity like king-queen, queen-10.
Well, once again, Baranski is checked.
And we can get a little value from hands like 6s or a 4. Flush and straight draws.
A bet of 14,000. Baranski faults. He had ace high. Played it pretty standard.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it, Marcin. It's not as if the whole world was playing against you. It's fine. Just think of the couch.
Meanwhile, Ramon Callias chips up to 290k, 116 big blinds. Welcome back to the PokerStars EPT Barcelona main event, where we are following Ramon Callias, PSPC champ and EPT crusher.
Quizás sí que estoy jugando niveles más altos de torneos, pero bueno, al final creo que sigue habiendo la misma esencia de Ramón de siempre.
He's made deep runs in multiple events and is used to playing on the main stage.
Que es una buena oportunidad para mí, ¿no? Al final ya son muchos años, son muchas mesas televisadas, tengo bastante experiencia en ellas y la gente no suele estar acostumbrada a estar.
I'm actually selling Essence of Ramon for $85 a bottle.
I'm in.
May or may not contain less than 1% Ramon.
I'm still in. Blind still 1K, 2.5K. New player at the feature table, Patrik Karabinchik. He folds. Alexandra Reard is out, as is Pablo Almeida. Diogo Ferreira, not going to play this one. Vlado Banicevic also folds, so it's blind v blind. Qualifier Marcin Baranski in the small, with Queen 9 of diamonds.
Just can't seem to find a way to steer clear of arguably the best player at the table, Ramon, to his direct left.
That's a raise to 7,000. Ramon Callias in the big blind has ace-3 suited.
Ah, and Ramon's got a legit good hand. Great.
Calls the raise. And these two players will go to the flop. King, 6, deuce. Ramon still has the best hand, ace high.
And Marcin has missed and out of position. I'm loving Ramon's chances.
Looks like he wants to continue. Bet 6,000.
Surely this won't... Oh.
It does work. Ramon folds.
Don't call me Shirley. Yes, Marcin, yes.
Baranski, still a big stack. Now playing 346,000. That's 138 big blinds.
All right, couch guy, keep it going.
Out into the field where pro player and commentator Griffin Benja has been raised on the flop. He bet 6,000. Adolfo Buck has added 10,000 more.
60,000.
And Griffin re-raises.
Make no mistake, even though Griffin looks like the third base coach for the Toronto Blue Jays on his off day, he is dialed in here.
Adolfo folds.
Send him home, Griff. Send him home. It's a third base coach joke.
Griffin chips up, playing around 50 big blinds right now.
Yes, around third base and headed for home.
We're checking on the progress of some of the other notable names in the field. Previous Barcelona champs Simon Witziak and Tom Middleton are both going strong. EPT London 2005 champion Mark Telcher is ahead of them. Ronnie Nasruddin is ahead of him. The Monte Carlo finalist has 171 big blinds. And she is in action right now against Wolfgang Poker. And the topic of conversation is tennis?
Sampras or Agassi?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm gonna hurt your feelings. I don't know who Sampras is. Maybe I'm too young.
Might as well have said Don Budge.
Just kidding.
There's no way.
Did he just call you old, or?
I did in a nice way. Hopefully she doesn't raise me here out of spite.
I'm just gonna call to be nice.
Nice call.
Just two Americans out there talking about their every action.
Turn card is the 10 of diamonds.
Not exactly a texture-changing card.
Actions on Wolfgang. He bets 5K.
That's what I meant to do. It just came out kind of zesty.
Rania calls. The river is the Queen of Hearts.
Still shouldn't change a whole lot.
Action goes check, check. Rania has an ace, and it's good.
Better one.
Okay, rest the table who has some tennis knowledge. Agassi or Sampras?
Who's Sampras?
God. Oh my gosh.
I'm more of a Serena Williams guy. Hold for applause.
We're heading over to the secondary feature table. Mitchell Heinem has moved all in, and the decision is on Mark Telcher.
How many big blinds is this?
About 12.
I don't think King Jack's going to be ahead very often, although this is a shove over button open.
We can see Telcher is dominated. He doesn't know that. And he makes the call.
Ah! Nice.
Sorry, yeah.
Still 5 cards to come. Heinem at risk and ahead. Not anymore. Domination rotation as Telcher pairs his jack.
Oh my God.
Heinem needs an ace or a 10 on the river. It's a 9.
Okay.
Hide him, more like bite him.
Nice try.
Well, I got the call wrong.
It's okay.
Hard to fold that, huh? For 30,000.
I bet Mitchell Heinem doesn't think so.
Mark Telcher won EPT London all the way back in 2005, an event that he remembers fondly.
It was actually the first tournament I ever played. Some friends of mine, some backgammon players, came to London. They were staying at my house. And they said, hey, Mark, why don't you come and join us for this tournament? I was like, okay, why not? They gave me a few hints about, strategy. I played, I took a lot of gambles, and I won it. And I got hooked on poker ever since. The European Poker Championship has certainly evolved. I think the players have got a lot better. Strategies have changed. You can't do the same re-raise bluffs that you could back then. In my opinion, it's better now than it was 20 years ago, my honest opinion. Poker is designed to be shared between the fans, players. So if I have a decision where I can make it exciting, I will try to make an exciting decision.
Ah, so that explains the call with King Jack.
I appreciate the added level of excitement.
Yeah, same.
Back to the outer tables. Griffin Benja has just called an all-in from Marco Regonashi, and the Italian has got it in good.
Griffin's got the same odds Telcher just had. Domination situation.
Rotation alert as Griffin pairs his queen.
Oh, Griff.
10 on the turn. 8 on the river.
Marco Rega not gonna be in the tournament anymore.
He is eliminated. And Griffin Benja is now playing more than 200k. He's got an 80 big blind stack.
I'm glad the break was spread out.
Lol, what?
Well, plenty of KOs happening out in the field. As we head back to the feature table, blind still 1,000, 2,500. Pedro Almeida folds under the gun. Ferreira's out. Vanachevich passes. Baranski, Queen Jack of Spades.
Will he get through Ramon?
Raise.
Qualifier raises to 5,000. And Ramon folds.
All right.
Erlen Melsom's on the button. He folds. Patrik Karabinchik lets the small blind go. Alexandra Reard is in the big blind with Queen 8 of Hearts.
That's funny. A reared is what I call the hair that develops on the small of my back.
He defends.
Yes, this is a defend.
Heads up to the flop. On its top pair for Baranski, second pair for Reard.
Potentially hairy for him.
He checks. Baranski continues for 6,000.
Reard's probably got to see at least one more street in case Baranski shuts down.
Does indeed call. Ace on the turn might slow them both down. Reard checks a second time. Ooh. Baranski betting a second time.
Not shutting down.
8,000.
Now, a lot of players are going to fire on this ace no matter what because it hits the hijack's range a little bit more than the big blind. So Reard may still think his hand is good.
Makes the call, drawing very thin. 4 of clubs on the river, doesn't change anything. Reard checks.
Tough to bet 3 streets for value with just a jack.
Yeah, Baranski checks behind and will win at showdown. The qualifier still going strong.
Marchin is marching toward the money.
Close to 370k, close to 150 bigs. just like Marcin, you could win the poker experience of a lifetime. So how would you like to join us at one of our live events? Find out how by heading over to PokerStars. Here in Barcelona at the PokerStars European Poker Tour, we have a brand new secondary feature table. Headlined by Rania Nasruddin and Wolfgang Poker. And we expect some entertaining repartee based on what we saw earlier.
Wolfgang's a whole vibe. And I was like, okay, here's my question for you, Wolfgang. Are you Team Agassi or Team Sampras? He was like, I don't know who Sampras is. And I was like, oh gosh.
And then she's like, you call me old? And I said, yeah, of course, because I want to like get her going. But it was a lot of fun playing with her. She's kind of up to my speed,
And then I just kept taking chips from him. So really, the chips were making me feel better at the table.
We're gonna need some bigger mics.
Well, Rania is the table chip leader. Wolfgang is one of the short stacks. We also have Dutch pro and former EPT finalist Tuan Mulder at this table with 259k. Let's pick up the action. In this hand, we join on the turn, and the action is on Sven Stock.
Not a good board for deuces. Then again, when is it ever?
He checks. Wolfgang with queen high.
The worst hand multi-way. Don't see him being able to bet this.
He checks as well. Rania Nasruddin with ace high and a wheel draw. Checks it back. Deuce on the river. That's a set for Stock, but it's a straight for Nasruddin.
Makes a set, and it's still a bad board for deuces.
22,500 in the middle. Action on Stock. He bets 10,000.
Nice try.
Wolfgang has nothing.
Trying to think if he can rep that straight. Decides against it.
He folds. Nasruddin raises to 25k.
Now, Rania should have very few threes, but she raised almost immediately.
And a good laydown from Sven Stock.
River Rania strikes again.
And with that pot, she becomes the new tournament chip leader with over 636k.
I guess that makes her reigning Rania. R-E-I-G-N.
Well, as we get closer to the money bubble, we've seen a fair few eliminations in the field. We've just lost Brazilian pro Rafa Moraes.
More like Rafa less Reyes.
And two-time EPT winner Mike Watson's Barcelona journey is over.
Mad Dog put down.
Well, we're staying out in the field where Gold Power Pass winner Cameron Sinclair has gone to the river against Willow.
Hard to know who to root for, the commentator or the amateur living out his dream. Okay, it's the amateur probably.
Like a vacation, I'd rather take like...
A river bet from Willow of 17,000, quickly called by Sinclair, who has a full house.
Nice run out. That 6 might not have been good enough to get to showdown, but running 7s? Hell yeah.
Would you on the 6? Not as well on the 7.
But also the 7.
Okay.
Pretty sure the 6 would have folded.
72 big blinds now for Sinclair. And we're going back to the secondary feature table, where Wolfgang will be first to act. Queen 7 offsuit. He folds. Tuan Mulder's out. Rania Nasruddin has ace-king suited. She raises to 6.5k. Jose Barbosa folds. David Lacker in with 6s. Joseph Snyberg has jacks on the button.
Only one way to play this with a raise and a call. Get more chips in.
He re-raises. It's a 3-bet to 26,000. And with the blinds folding, action is back on Rania Nasruddin.
And she is very likely to want to get some more money in, especially having Snyberg covered.
There's the re-raise, a 4-bet to 100,000. Laka gets out of the way. And here's the question. Do you want to take a flip with jacks at this stage?
I mean, not me, but I'm terrible at flipping. It does take away Snyberg's ability to just call and see a flop. It's all in or fold.
Lays it down.
Wow, that is huge. Rania avoids a flip and picks up a ton of dead money.
She boosts her chip lead in the EPT Barcelona main event, now playing a stack of 668,000.
My name is Rania, and the interesting part of this is that my parents didn't actually give me the name. I was supposed to be an Amanda or Robin, but my mom had a very strong-willed Lebanese doctor. And she was like, your first child cannot have an American name. Like, it's just not possible. So she said, name this child Rania. And my mom, not having, I guess, a backbone, backed down, and here I am, Rania. My husband is obsessed with March Madness, and he would basically leave me for the month of March. And I was bored. And so I was like, well, I'm just gonna go play in this like $200 tournament down the road. And so like I do that, and then you just play a little bit more, and just kind of things change. Monte Carlo, what a trip. A fun girls trip with an add-on of poker. Turned out to be my biggest cash of my career playing poker. And I took third somehow. And it was an awesome run.
That sounds like it'd make a pretty cool poker movie.
The sequel to Runner Runner, Rania Rania.
Oh, really nice.
Out in the field, we have two old-school EPT regs. It's Mark Telcher versus Govert Matal. They're going to the turn, and it's a straighty board.
It belongs in a museum.
Telcher has checked. Matal bets 14,000.
Telcher's told us he tends to make the more entertaining decisions, so my guess is he's not folding. You belong in a museum, Dr. Jones.
Telcher makes the call. His hand going to the river. 42,500 in the pot. And it's the 8 of hearts pairing the board.
Okay, so no draws get there.
Telcher's checked again.
And when Matal bets again here, I would tend to believe him.
Well, he's counting out a big bet. It's an over bet, 58,000.
And that side tells me that either Telcher believes him too, or he just didn't get there.
I give it to you. Nice.
He folds.
Give it up like the cross of Coronado.
There's no live stream, man.
Not that long ago, we saw Govert Matal at an EPT final table. Came 7th in Prague at the tail end of 2023.
Yeah, seems like Mark's maybe got more than poker on his mind. You okay, buddy?
Over to the secondary feature table. Rania Nasruddin and Tuan Mulder have gone to the flop.
Tuan Mulder, one of the best players in the world.
Rania raised pre, Toon defended his big blind, and he is leading here with his straight draw. Quick call from Rania.
She is ahead.
And she's still ahead on the turn with ace high, plus she's picked up a spade draw.
Mulder forced to play this hand out of position.
Well, he bets again, 16,000.
And this bet might have worked had Rania not picked up the flush draw. She can be quite sticky. The real question is if the board bricks, will Mulder fire again and will Rania call it down?
Well, she's calling the 16K, so we're going to the river. Which is the king of diamonds. So ace high, still the best hand.
No river Rania this time. And it looks like question 1 is about to be answered.
Yeah, having semi-bluffed the flop and turn. A pure bluff from Tuan Mulder on the river.
Now time for question number 2. Does she hero?
It's either a missed flush draw, it's a full house, and I will call.
She heroes.
Pretty good read.
8, 9.
You win.
8 high.
8 high? Oh.
Oh, that was a close one. Don't muck the winner.
Not a pair of 8s, just a single 8.
Nice call.
Indeed, random guy off camera.
Also, nice try, Tuan Mulder. Rania now playing 721,500, chipping up nicely here at the 20th anniversary of the European Poker Tour. And there is a lot happening here in Barcelona to celebrate 2 decades of the EPT.
Everyone's having like such a good time, even if you're not having your best series, like you're having a good series because you're having a lot of fun while you're here.
Welcome back to Barcelona and the PokerStars European Poker Tour. 319 players remain, and all of them, pros and qualifiers, are thinking about coming back for day 3 and making the money.
It's always exciting to, make an additional day in an EPT, but sometimes more than others.
I've actually never been through a big live bubble, so it's all going to be new for me.
Hay muchos nervios, más presión, y a mí me gusta personalmente.
I think I will just keep looking at my opponents and exploit their game as much as I can.
All valid approaches.
Well, back to the action at our main feature table where we have a new player in seat 8, Andreas Antonius. Blinds currently 1,500, 3,000 with a 3K big blind ante. Folded around to Vlado Banicevic. He's out. Qualifier Marcin Baranski. Passes. King 5 for Ramon Kilias on the button. He raises to 6,000.
The very definition of a button raise.
Erlen Melsom in the small blind. Ace Queen of Hearts.
Could be ripe for a 3-bet.
Elects to just call.
It's okay with a suited hand.
Patrik Karavinchik in the big blind. Queen 4. He calls as well, and we're going 3-way to the flop.
Karavinchik's chances not so great.
King Jack 4, so it's top pair for Ramon.
Ugh, I feel like a re-raise would have ended this pre-flop.
Action check to the pre-flop aggressor. He checks it back, turn for free. Okay, well, Melsom has picked up the nut flush draw to go with his gut shot.
I hope he goes for the full Melsom. A half Melsom won't do here.
Well, he has gone full pot. Leads for 21,000.
Wow, I didn't think he'd actually do it.
Karavinchik folds.
And Ramon's probably not in love with his hand, but you don't go just folding top pair to 1-bet. Even if it's pot-sized. Especially if you check back top pair on the flop.
He calls. So we go heads up to the river. It's the 3 of spades, so no help for Melsom.
Agonizing whiff for ace-queen of hearts.
Melsom checks.
Probably better than a weak bluff.
Kalias checks behind and wins at showdown.
Yeah, I don't think I'd try to bluff Ramon off top pair either.
After picking up that pot, he's sitting on 261k. Just shy of 90 big blinds. That's a very comfortable stack. 20 players off the money. To the outer tables now, where gold power pass winner Cameron Sinclair is in a pot against Michael Kill from Luxembourg.
Cameron Sinclair sounds like a fictional English prime minister.
Sinclair has bet 19k on the river. Kill raises, makes it 45,000.
And there are plenty of raises for value on this board. I feel bad for whoever's got the flush here.
Sinclair calls. It's the flush for Kill, the full house for Sinclair.
Cooler, cooler, monkey dueler. It makes about as much sense as winner, winner, chicken dinner. Strange he's not seeing the humor in that.
Sinclair, close to 350k now.
Should make his first ever big live bubble a little less stressful.
Well, across the room, reigning Barcelona champion Simon Witsjak is in a hand against Sidi Tarad. Witsjak's just bet 26k on the turn.
The Tarad de France. Loser has to get on their bike.
Tarad, who is the effective stack here. Makes the call. So we've got a pot of 91,000 and the 10 of diamonds on the river. Action goes check, check. Tarad tables a pair of 4s. Witsjak with 8s.
Both players probably happy to get to showdown, but only one can win.
Witsjak still a big stack. And over at the secondary feature table, Rania Nesruddin, Wolfgang Poker, and Carlos Lopez are involved in one of the last hands of the day. Rania checking her flush draw.
Pretty nonchalant body language there from Rania.
I checked. Sorry.
Lopez with the nut flush draw bets 10k. Wolfgang folds.
And run good Rania, best not make a hand here.
She makes the call. The turn card. It's the 10 of diamonds. Rania Nesruddin's about to get coolered.
Yeah, speaking of monkey duelers, here we go again.
She checks her no good flush. Lopez. Counting out a bet. He's made it 38,000. That's near enough full pot.
How lucky is he to run into a worse flush?
And she check raises. 80,000 total.
I think normally this would be a fine raise. A lot of the time she could get value out of a bigger diamond or a deuce. She's only getting value out of herself at the moment.
Lopez just calls. We're going to the river with more than 200k in the pot. The 10 of clubs. Oh, a double paired board now. That's going to slow the action down.
That is a bad card for Rania, but also kind of a good card. She's going to think it's bad for the wrong reason, though.
She bets 100,000. It's very tough for Lopez to raise here.
The bad news is he probably can't fold. Although it is almost all of his stack.
And he does have to consider the possibility of Rania having a full house.
She just shouldn't have many deuces, and running tens is kind of a long way to go.
He makes the call and wins a sizable pot.
Huge one for Lopez approaching the bubble.
Nice hand.
Rebound, Rania?
She is no longer tournament chip leader. But a very nice end to the day for Carlos Lopez. He'll be bagging just over 400K. And of course, Rania is still among the big stacks as day 2 draws to a close. Time for the survivors to bag and tag, including Marcin Baranski and Ramon Calillas at the feature table.
Marcin to the money.
Former champ Mark Telcher.
He knows how this works.
Griffin Benja.
With authority.
You can tell that Willow and Cameron Sinclair are fired up.
Well, Willow at least.
Tomorrow, buddy. Good luck, good luck.
And of course, Rania Nesreddin at the secondary feature table. And confirmation that this guy has retaken the chip lead. It's Kian Kiani from the UK in the catbird seat. He'll be bringing nearly 200 big blinds into day 3. Well, after losing that last hand, Rania Nesreddin drops down to 7th place with just over 600K. And Mark Telcher rounds out the top 10 with 129 big blinds. Next time, the EPT's world-famous bubble coverage begins. Griffin Benja is put to the test.
Whatever happens, I love you, Mom.
Me too.
And Wolfgang Poker's tournament is heating up.
So good for poker. Let's go. That's my favorite hand, too. Let's go.